What Susan mentions about Phillip being played by genetic females. Right, let's look at the evidence like we did in that quiz. We looked at the forehead, flat forehead. Is there much of a brow ridge going on here? Not really. I would say that's more or less a 90-degree angle going straight up from here. It doesn't look like there's much of a slope going on there. Eyes, they look maybe the normal width apart for a woman, but of course the width of the eyes can be altered by these areas here being injected with fillers, or this side of the face being plumped out to make the eyes look like they're not as deep set as maybe they really are. They got some methods for sort of thing. His jaw looks very round, very clean shaven as well. Well done, Phil. You did a good job of getting every single hair on your face off. I tell you who he looks like to me in that picture. An actor on EastEnders. Now, I'm not for 1 second saying Phillip Schofield and this woman are the same person, okay? A bit of familiarity going on, I guess you could say. Actually, whilst we've brought up this actor, what's her real name? Gillian Wright has a very striking resemblance to another actor who was for a brief time in EastEnders. Do you remember Only Fools and Horses? Marlene? They are absolute dead ringers. I don't know whether you see it. They could be absolute separated at birth. The only coincidence was that they both happened to be in EastEnders around about the same time. I'd just be curious to know their ages. Gillian Wright, May the 5th, 1960. Sue Holderness, 1949. So there's 11 years difference. I'd be interested to know their height as well. And then we'll go back to looking at images of Phillip. 1.68. Right, Gillian Wright. 1.6, so 8 centimeters between them. Susan says Amanda Barry has no... Well, actually, yes, she does. You're right. I hadn't spotted that. This was, of course, Alma. Right, when was Amanda Barry? I imagine she would have been listed as a fair bit older. 1935, so a good couple of decades between them. But what was the name of the person in it? Matthew McGreevy. We'll have a look for him then. Do you know who this reminds me of? He has a very similar kind of look to Martin Hett, at least for some reason. Apparently there's a gagging order on Matthew McGreevy, so again another very soft-faced, very small eyes actually. You can't really see the brow ridge, but there appears to be something of a ridge just there. I can totally see why Susan might have suggested that they are both genetic femmes. Before we leave, I would like to take the opportunity to thank Linda Mack and Midnight Scribbler, otherwise known as Jokerman, for supporting me over on Patreon. Also thanks to Skeptic936 and Nathan Oakley for their support of this channel. If you want to show your appreciation for tonight's video, there are a couple of methods you can use on screen. Links, of course, in description. Another very easy way of saying, Bobby, we love it, mate, keep it coming, is just hitting the thumbs up button, subscribing if you're not already. Sharing it on social media is a huge compliment, so if you want to do that, knock yourself out. Hey, thank you ever so much for tuning in.